A must for every machine shop. I'm standing in front of here an Alpha 1350 XS. Now this machine is available in the UK from 600 UK, and the Alpha range of machines comes in 6 different models. So we go from the Alpha 1350 XS right the way through to the Alpha 2800 XS. Now the 1350 actually, or the 350 within the 1350, actually denotes the swing over the bed. So with this particular model here, we've got 350 millimeters in the swing over the bed, and between the 1350 and the 1400 models, they are the two most popular machines that are sold by 600 UK. Now, this machine, where does it sit? Well, if you are a centre lathe user, or if you're looking to replace a centre lathe and you're thinking about maybe getting more into CNC work, then this model is a really good fit in between a centre lathe and a CNC turning centre. You can actually machine prototype parts, and you can actually machine production. So depending on what the nature of your work is, it's a very flexible option. It's also very popular amongst universities and in the education sector. When I said it's a must for every subcontract shop, often you might have a CNC lathe and you'll come across a component where really it's just not efficient to be doing it on that machine. Whereas with a machine of this nature, you can get on the machine and you can use it in the same way that you would use a centre lathe. Now, how do you do that? Well, fundamentally, there are 4 ways of using this machine. So in the brochure here, it details that the four ways of working on the Alpha XS range include, firstly, the Alpha system. So that would be where you are basically using it very similar to a centre lathe and turning the handles. Then we move on to the Manual Guide I, which is a conversational program inside the FANUC system, which does guide operators through the building and the producing of programs. We've then got the Alpha Link, which is an offline software, which is available from 600 UK, so you can program offline and then send the programs down to the control. And then finally, we've got the full CNC capability, where if you're a G-code programmer, you can come onto the machine and actually program in G-codes. So you can see by the very nature of having those four methods of using this machine, that whether you are coming from a centre lathe or you're coming from a CNC lathe, you'll be able to jump on this machine and use it pretty much straight away. Now, some of the things I like about this machine, you've got the 2 doors, which make it very, very accessible and very, very easy to, it gives you plenty of flexibility when you open and close the door, so you can maybe just have one door open or have both doors open. In addition to that, the control is on the column, it moves on the column, so when you are looking at changing components frequently and getting into the machine and setting parts, you can do that very, very simply by or positioning the control, which helps you set the program on the machine. So into the machine, we've got a tool post here which has got 4 tool stations on it, and by manoeuvring the tool post, obviously enables you to change the tool that you're actually going to be machining with. We've got a revolving tailstock and a tailstock that is actually positionable manually. And then we've got a guard over the chuck, which again, from a health and safety perspective, is a requirement. In terms of turning length on this machine, the capacity of it is, well, the distance between centres is, we've got 650 millimetres. That's on the 1350, and then on the 1400, we've actually got 1250 millimetres. So it's essentially almost twice the length. Spindle bore. If you're looking to do bar work, you would be looking on this particular model at 42 millimetres in the spindle bore, and then on the 400 machine you are looking at 55 millimetres. Spindle speeds, this can actually operate up to 3,500 RPM, so again you've got plenty of speed for turning there. So I'm around the side of the machine. In terms of the depth of the machine, we're looking at 1,700 millimetres, so 1.7 metres, and in terms of height it's just 1.5 metres, and the overall length of this model, the 1350, is 2.4 metres, and then the weight is 1,800 kilograms, so just less than 2 tonne. When we come around the side of the machine, you can see a couple of little features as well. Even though we have got a lot of guarding around the machine for obvious reasons, we can also access the side of the machine and the tailstock here in order to secure parts. Now, if you are looking for a centre lathe, is it really the right choice for you? You can only be the judge of that. But if you're looking for a centre lathe, a machine like this will give you that capability, but also offer you that bit more. And if you are looking, or you're thinking that maybe you might look to go into CNC turning, or have that, at least that ability to, then you should consider the Alpha range from 600 UK.
For more videos, products and news, go to mtdcnc.com or follow MTD Online on Twitter.